All right, I'm supposed to introduce myself and tell you what my name is. My name is Sam Bannett. What? Sam Bannett. Bannett. I don't have any idea what you're saying, but my Bannett. Okay, you know what a banner is? Like you hang a banner up, like a banner behind me. And you know, like a pennant, right? Like the Marlins want to pennant. Right. So Bannett. Combine those two words. Bannett. Bannett. That's my name, Bannett. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell you're trying to say. Well, you're going to know what the hell I'm trying to say when I knock your teeth out on the ice, boy. You'll fit right in. Dang, damn it, I'm going to fit right in. Now shut the hell up and start the video.
We're taking overtime! We're taking overtime! We're taking overtime!
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
All right, Panther fans, here we go. So we got Winnipeg tonight. Now, while most of you were either shopping or sleeping on I've had a long couple of days. Kyle and I streamed 2 football games yesterday on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, our oven broke. Yeah, on Thanksgiving. Oven broke. So what we had to do is Karen had to, I'm not making this up either, Karen had to cut the turkey up and cook it in the air fryer. It was good, but let's just say yesterday did not go as planned. She cooked the turkey and the biscuits in the air fryer, and luckily she had already made everything else. She made the pies the night before, and we knew something was going on with the oven because it was overheating and the pies got a little burnt, but they was all right. We ate. So it was a long day yesterday. Then we just streamed the Dolphin game. I literally got both football videos out with 1 minute to spare so Kyle could start the live stream on time. And there ain't no telling how tonight's going to go, all right? So whatever I say, whatever I do, if I pronounce somebody's name wrong, if I get the score wrong, oh, God forbid, if I forget the subtitles in the intermission segments, just cut me some slack tonight, okay? I have been running straight for 2 days, and I'm in a happy, good mood. I'm in a happy, good mood. The only exception is the Dolphins played the Jets and lost one of their best defensive players for the season, and now the Panthers played the Jets. So, in fact, the whole game, I'm just going to stand here and knock on wood. So, what do we got? We got Bubba and Net. Barkov is back. And I want to emphasize this again about the Patrick Kane thing, because kind of looks like they might be thinking about possibly considering the idea of maybe thinking about trying to possibly wonder if they can think about trying to convince Patrick Kane to sign, because they waived Mike Riley and his $1 million. So maybe some sucker will pick him up. Maybe he'll go to the AHL. But the way George worded it is we would get salary cap relief either way. The assumption is that's Patrick Kane's money. I said before, I say it again, I made the video, I'm not really interested. I'm concerned about his defense. I'm concerned about him keeping up with the team. That said, if we get him, welcome to the team. I'm not going to be bitching and complaining. He's got 3 games. He get 3 games, right? The honeymoon period is 3 games. If we sign Patrick Kane, and by the 4th game, he is starting to or continuing to be a defensive liability, then I will do the thing that I do. But I will give him an opportunity because he's Patrick Kane. That said, we need to get off the schneid. That was not a good game against Boston the other night. All right, apparently they lost today to the Red Wings, so we have an opportunity to catch up a couple of points. Not that I care about first place anyway, but if we pretend we're chasing first place, we'll be in second. You see what I'm saying? And that's where I'd like to finish. Just second place, home ice, first round of the playoffs, good to go. So, get 2, stay healthy, and maybe Bannon to get a goal. So it's 1-0 Winnipeg after 1. I'm still breathing heavy. I think this is the 3rd game in a row where we've allowed a goal. late in the period like that. And when we're live streaming, I lift the weights and do my push-ups when we get scored on. We're not exactly at rant territory yet, but the effort level, especially in the third period of the last game and the first period of this game, it ain't good. We're completely getting outskated, and I'm not blaming Ekblad and Montour because they're not really doing anything wrong, but it's clear that the defensive chemistry, it ain't there now, okay? We were playing a really, really tight system, and now we are giving up chance after chance after chance, and I assume and expect that they will get that chemistry reconfigured and get things back the way it should be. But right now, the offense is not doing jack shit, and the defense is allowing it. There's guys all over the place. There's no box. It's just chickens with no heads. I know. I can only assume that Maurice sees the same thing. At some point, he's going to have to nip this in the bud. We said that in the middle of the last game, and like somebody said on the stream here, this first period is just a continuation of the third period against Boston. Let's get it together, guys. It's still 1-0 Winnipeg. Barkov gets a beautiful pass from I forget who, and he comes in on a breakaway. It was alone. He was alone. He was alone on a breakaway, and he did it, and he passed the puck. He was alone by himself on a breakaway. Right in front of the net. I mean, he had plenty of time. He made all of his moves and the whole thing. And he passed the puck. Now, there's a lot I could say about this game so far with the effort level and the chemistry and all of that. But I'm going to save it because it's only 1-0. Stenlin is hurt. He's out. Gadjevich got some kind of something wrong with his quad. He was looking at his leg. I don't know if he got cut or slashed or whatnot, but he went off the ice. So we're down a couple of guys. And Barkov is passing on breakaways. So okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the third period. I'm gonna wait. So, 3-0 Winnipeg. Now, if you've been a fan of this channel for a long enough time, you know that it is almost a guarantee. Just about a guarantee. As close to a guarantee as you can get. That if I get satisfied, if I say I'm not worried, we'll be okay, I'm not worried about it, losing the game is no big deal. If I praise them too much, immediately I regret it. And it's not just one time or 5 times or 10 times. I got 1,800 videos, and if I've been happy with where the team is 100 times, 95 of them, it's gone south really, really quick. So take that into consideration, because I don't exactly know how long or where this is going. But what I do know is that I noticed one particular thing. When we play these bigger teams, especially these teams in the Western Conference, if we do not give 110% effort and match their physicality the entire night, we get asses handed to us 100% of the time. That much I know. Now, let's look at the homestand. You beat the Oilers 5-3. Okay, we should beat the Oilers 5-3. Then we get Boston, and it's 3-1, and the game wasn't as close as that 3-1. Okay, the third period comes, and we were just laying dookies all over the ice. It was bad. Okay, Boston really wants to beat us bad after what we did to them in the playoffs last year. Allmark's best goalie in the league, pretty much. Okay, I ain't gonna get upset. It's Thanksgiving. We had a great time on the stream. It's all right. It's a game. Let Boston have first place. Is what I said. Then you get this game. Now I know. Stu always says Winnipeg gives us a hard time. But why? Why do we always have such a hard time against Winnipeg? And it's because, for whatever reason, I don't know if we get outworked. Bad. The 6-on-4 empty net goal that we gave up was the perfect postage stamp on the letter that we sent out today. Because we get beat on the boards, and when the puck comes out through the Jets player, Tkachuk was in between the boards and the Jets player, and when he gets the puck, Tkachuk just stands there. He didn't go after him. Now, I don't think he could have caught him. I don't think it would have made a difference, but he didn't try. There was no effort. And that's what I saw from a lot of guys out on the ice tonight. Winnipeg, give them credit. It's a good team. It's a good team. But we know our team. And we know when they're skating and when they're not skating. And we were not skating at all tonight. Okay? We weren't skating. We weren't working. We did our every once in a while, turn it on for a shift or two and taking some shots. You know, Luosterainen missed some opportunities, but at least he was playing at a level that gave him some opportunities. You can't say that about a whole lot of other people. Okay? Now, Barkov, we've seen Barkov come back from injury and look pretty damn good before. Today, he was very much invisible out there. All right? Rodriguez is kind of slowed up a little bit. That, you know, not saying he's bad, but it's not working the way it was. Reinhardt's kind of cooled off, missing the net. It's been a few games since he scored. Maybe he'll pick it back up. Okay. I mean, he was on pace for like 60 goals, so at some point he was going to slow up a little bit. I'm going to save it. Fourth line's doing what fourth lines do. They're giving you effort. Some great. Not a lot of goals. Okay? Not a big complaint there. Luosterainen, Lundell with Rodriguez again. Not putting the puck in the back of the net. But they were generating chances, which is more than can be said. The defense. I mean, it's a discombobulated mess at times. It looks decent at times. It's nowhere near as cohesive of a unit as it was before Ekblad and Montour came back. I'm not blaming them specifically. They are not doing anything that, like you say, oh my God, they're doing something wrong. But the defense was working really, really well. And we were transitioning the puck really, really well when they were gone. And I suppose we'll get that figured out and sorted out. But the adjustment period that we had to go through at the beginning of the year, when it took a few games for the defense to be cohesive and be a part of the offense, we're having to go through that again right now because Montour is trying to do too much. Ekblad, it's hard to describe what kind of player Ekblad is. He looks like he's moving better, okay? But when you watch him play, are you seeing magnificent defense play? No. Are you seeing magnificent offensive play? No. What you see is a guy that you say, well, he's supposedly our top number one defenseman, and he's Ekblad. But I think if you took, if his name wasn't Ekblad, and he didn't have number 5, and he wasn't the guy that we drafted and all of that, if he just had somebody else's name on the back of that jersey, we would be like, well, I mean, he's not bad, but he's not doing a whole hell of a lot either. Okay? Bob did his thing. I mean, he got to score goals to win hockey games. Now, the line I haven't really mentioned. Now, I'm not going to throw Verhaeghe under the bus here. Sam Bennett, and to put not to fine point on him, Anthony Tkachuk. Now, we started out the season with him, wondering how he was going to be after the injury. I mean, we're at 20 games now. And for whatever reason, we've all gone over it. For whatever reason, the dude ain't the same player he was last year. And it's not even close. Now, his play is not bad. It's not necessarily a problem. But where would this team have been last year without him playing at the level he was? Because the answer to that question is the Boston game the other night and this Winnipeg game here tonight. Okay? I can't imagine that he's still, in quotes, hurt. It's 20 games in, right? I mean, it's been 6 weeks since the start of the season. Yeah, pretty much 6 weeks since the start of the season. We've not seen him grimace or have... So, either he's pacing himself for the second half of the season in the playoffs. Either the injury is in his head, playing mind games with him, and he's not wanting to really get physical in front of the net, because that's the biggest thing. We are getting so many rebounds in front of the net, and last year, he was all over those pucks and they were going in. This year, for the most part, he's not even there, let alone getting this, getting the puck and maybe missing a shot. He's just non-existent over and over. And I mean, I grasp that not all of the rebounds are happening when he's on the ice, but nobody is grabbing the rebounds and putting them in. Reinhart was, but Reinhart was also taking some shots, but it's been Reinhart and nobody else for the most part on any kind of consistent basis. Now, the question is, all right, so look, I mean, we know how we can win games in the playoffs, right? We know that when we play teams and we play rock'em sock'em and we get really, really physical with teams, we know we're going to win hockey games. But, and I'm not expecting playoff Tkachuk, I'm not expecting Vezina Bob in game 20 of the year. That said, there's something missing from this group of guys. There's something missing. Now, I have seen the attitude, the opinion. I don't want to use the word attitude. I've seen the opinion from a lot of Florida Panther fans, a few, some, more than I care to, that, well, regular season doesn't matter. I've seen a few people say they're not even watching the games because regular season doesn't matter. And to some extent, as long as you make the playoffs and you don't get the 8th seed and draw Boston again, I can understand that sentiment somewhat. So I'm just beginning to wonder, because the effort level these last few games really hasn't been there. Okay? I mean, we beat Edmonton because they suck. Okay? Right? But the effort against Boston and the effort tonight, I mean, the entire night, with the exception of like 3 minutes, 4 minutes worth of hockey until Winnipeg got the empty net, you saw them turn it on, right? Okay, so you saw those 3 or 4 minutes that we had zone time and they're buzzing around and they're buzzing around. Well, excuse my French, but who the fuck is in charge of getting those guys to do that more than 5 minutes a night, and why ain't it happening? You see what I'm saying? So I could sit here and bitch about this player or Tkachuk or this one or that one, but bottom line is this comes down to, is this on the players, or is this a Maurice issue where he needs to light a fire under their ass? Don't forget, Keith Tkachuk had to call him soft, and then Maurice had to light a fire under their ass in Toronto on national TV. Don't forget, the last 2 games, that's how they were playing until they got called out for being soft. Okay? So, yeah, it's only 2 games. Sure, it's only 2 games. But in the Atlantic Division, if that turns into 3 or 4 games, you can go from 2nd place to 5th place real quick. Real quick. Right? And I don't mind losing hockey games if it's 5-4 and it's been back and forth and you're giving your effort and it just wasn't your night. Okay. But when you're getting shut out at home, eat a dick. No. This is not okay. And somebody is going to have to light a fire under their friggin' ass. And they ain't going to watch my videos, so it ain't going to be me, unfortunately. They haven't invited me to the locker room quite yet. Not that bad. Now, in terms of the defense and the chemistry with Ekblad and Montour, I'm going to assume it's going to improve. I was in love with how we were playing on defense without those guys. It was working. It was absolutely working. It was beautiful. Now, the other thing that happens sometimes, a lot of times, is when your top guys are out. Okay? When they're out, everybody raises their level of play. And then sometimes when they come back, everybody goes, whew, we made it. And now we can take it easy and rest easy because Ekblad and Montour are back. Well, you see the results on the ice. Okay? Ekblad's never been like a big offensive producer. All right? I mean, he gets his goals, he gets his assists, but he's not, he's not going to blow you away. Montour had a great year last year. He's shooting from the point. You're getting deflections. It's going in. But how many of those deflections were Tkachuk? Or how many of those times was it a rebound that Tkachuk would grab, put in the back of the net? We need this dude to be the dude. And right now, he's the dude disguised as another dude, playing like another dude that it ain't the dude. You see what I'm saying? Everybody giving Huberdeau so much hell over in Calgary. I mean, Tkachuk is having a massive reduction in points, kind of similar-esque, maybe not as bad as Huberdeau last year, but, I mean, goal-wise especially, what's he got, 3 goals in 20 games? What's that? That's not even a 15-goal pace, okay? We ain't winning shit if Tkachuk doesn't even get 20 goals. We need that dude to step it up. So I don't know what has to happen. We got Saturday, Sunday off. Then we play Monday, Tuesday. So I think you're going to see Stolars on Monday because I think you'll see Bob for Toronto on Tuesday. We got Ottawa on Monday, so it would make sense to put Stolars in. In terms of the defensive pairs, man, I said it the whole time I've been saying it was stupid. Mikula Kulikov they were doing just fine. They were doing just fine. And, Belinskas got walked out of his freaking jockstrap tonight, led to the second goal. I know he had been okay to solid, but come on, man. Come on, Maurice. All right? Now, I know there's the whole righty-lefty and all of that. It ain't not what we're doing right now. It's not working anyway. Okay? You really should have kept it Forsling and Larson. If you're going to insist on putting Ekblad up there, keep Mikula and Kulikov together, and put Montour and Larson together. Even if it's, I don't know if it's righty, lefty, right. I really don't care because we weren't playing righty-lefty combinations properly before they came back, and it was working real well. See what I'm saying? So, damn it. There was the one thing I was concerned about was if we're playing well and these two guys came back, and I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong. I mean, defensively, it's not like you're seeing them make mistakes, but the cohesion as a group, I don't know if they all just decided that, oh, glad I'm onto our back so we don't have to skate so hard. But that's 2 games in a row now of basically dog shit effort. And that don't happen around here all that often. And that's not the culture of this team. That's not the expectation of this team. And, you know, I understand that Maurice is a steady kind of guy and he doesn't get too high, get too low unless he feels it's time. But, man, we can't let this linger either. That's 1 goal in 2 games. That's not acceptable. We're getting beat to every puck. It's not just the board battles. It's when the puck gets jarred loose from the board. If the other team is giving any effort to get to the puck, they're getting to the puck because we're just standing around watching it. Not acceptable. It's absolutely not acceptable. At home. At home. You got games centered around Thanksgiving, and you blow a tire both nights, and you're not giving your best effort. You lose to Boston 3-2. You know, you come out on fire in that third period, get a couple goals, Omar stones you, and you lose the game. All right, hey, all right. But the effort has been ass, and that is an insult to ass. Pisses me off. It's not okay. And I just hope Maurice don't wait till, what was that? I mean, game 60? Game 7? When was that Maurice pulled that? Might not have been 60. It might have been earlier than that. But, come on, man. Somebody needs to figure out why the hell these guys aren't giving the effort. Because they didn't all suddenly just stop. They don't all suddenly suck in terms of putting the puck in the back of the net. They're not getting puck luck because they're not making their own luck because they're not getting enough chances. 30 shots, right? Okay? That's on some nights that's an acceptable number, but when you've got 0 goals after the second period, you should have 20 shots in the third period alone. And maybe we did, because like halfway through the game, we only had 9. Not okay. And then don't even get me started about the power play and the special teams and all of that. I know it's only 2 games. But I don't like the way these guys are playing at all. And I just hope that Maurice doesn't shove this under the rug for too long. You know, we got an opportunity here. If we could beat Ottawa, and, you know, Toronto's not exactly the most physical team, we can try to, you know, pick ourselves up and trick ourselves into thinking everything's okay. But right now, every time a team plays physical with us, we're getting beaten, and beaten bad. And that's all I need to say about that. So, all right, Panther fans. Boy, what a lousy couple of games centered around Thanksgiving, man. Just brutal. It just pisses me off. I don't mind losing, but when you lose, when you're getting beat to every puck like that, it's not okay. It's just not okay. All right, so in terms of the live stream tonight, thank you all for coming out. We had a really nice crowd, especially considering it's Black Friday and the team sucked tonight. Thank you again, Dustin, for all the super chats and the memberships. Thank you, everybody. We got more than just Dustin is for the love of life. He's been passing out just like hundreds at a time, so that's why I mentioned him specifically. But like Dana's there every night. The other Dustin's there every night. Eyes is there every night. MJ's there every night. There's more, but I'm going to forget individual names. But I appreciate it all, genuinely. I do. Stu and I will be, there's like at least 30 or 40 new members, thanks to Dustin. I do a Monday through Friday podcast for the members and Patreon supporters. Links are in the description. $3 a month. Stu and I go live at 8 o'clock in the morning, the days after the games, for the members, Patreon supporters. Again, $3 a month. It's the same $3, by the way. You don't have to pay twice. You can if you want to. $3 a month is the minimum. It's like 3, 5, 25, $1 million. Oddly, nobody's picked the $1 million level yet, but that's okay. That's all right. We will have Stu and I will be live tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And then I didn't do the podcast today. I had kind of thought I was going to do it. I had intended on doing it. And then Kyle and I streamed both games, 2 football games yesterday. And when I woke up this morning, it was the podcast was either going to be me going and falling asleep, or I just took Black Friday off. So, and then we still streamed the Dolphin game in this one. So that's my version of taking a day off, is 2 streams and 2 recaps. So, but Stu and I will be live tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. And don't forget, Tom, Esoteric Veritas, has been writing articles. I've been putting that on the community boards. They're really, really good. We're going to have a permanent home for those really, really soon. But he gets into a lot of depth and detail and statistics that's really not something I had time to put together. So today's was especially good. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, definitely check that out. All right, Panther fans. One more. I mean, you lose to Boston, fine. Tonight, this sucked. But if they come out the first period against Ottawa on Monday with this same kind of effort level, Maurice needs to start chewing some ass out. This is not acceptable. It's just not okay.